Welcome to Naturesque. I'm Michele Happy, and out in the forest today. It's a beautiful day. A lot of bird song this morning. It's calmed down a little bit now, and a lot of red squirrels chattering, a lot of butterflies. I've seen quite a bit of nature this morning, and I wanted to share a story about red squirrels. So this spring, they seem to be everywhere. Everywhere I went, they were in the city. I noticed a lot of red squirrels, and out in the forest, I came upon a red squirrel one day who was very upset that I had invaded their territory. They were hopping up and down the tree and chattering and kind of screeching at me. And I stayed there and filmed that for a little while just to kind of get it on camera to show how protective and territorial they are. And when we're out in this forest, we actually have a trailer, my husband and I. It's right in this forest, and we come out whenever we can, usually on the weekends. And one weekend, about 3 weeks ago, we came out. It was a Friday night, and we settled into the trailer, and we were setting up for a good night's sleep. And we're sleeping, and my husband said, "What was that? What was that sound?" And I'm like, I was sleeping, so I didn't hear it. So I was awake then, and we could hear this kind of in the walls, and we're like, uh-oh, no way, what is that? So all night they were kind of in the wall. I don't know how many, but one for sure, moving around and so on. And in the morning, that noise was gone, so they must have left. So we were like, I wonder what that is. So we checked out the trailer, and there's an aerodynamic piece on the front of the trailer by the hitch, and underneath that, terrible design, there was a wide gaping hole underneath the trailer edge right there, and then the wall to our bedroom is like right beside it. So we're just like, oh no. So something had gotten in there, and so we were kind of hoping that they would not come back. So we quickly went to the nearest hardware store and picked up some chicken wire. And my husband rolled it up. I never did it. He actually did it. He's so great at all this. Rolled it all up and tucked it away inside there and said, okay, that should probably do it. So that evening, we were in the trailer and we heard the little pitter patter of feet on the top, and sure enough, ran outside and there was a red squirrel making its way down the side of the trailer, and we're just like trying to chase it away and keep it out. But we weren't able to do that. So they got back in, and we for sure knew that there were two of them because they were on different sides of the trailer, and we're just like, oh no, like squirrels could chew away at the wires and perhaps cause some damage. So we're like, oh no, how are we going to, get them out of the trailer? So the next morning we kind of tapped on the walls and made sure they had got out. And my husband's like, okay, you need to guard the front of the trailer while I go back into town and get some spray foam, because the chicken wire obviously didn't work. So I'm like, okay, so there I am. And I armed myself with a water hose, and we could see this female squirrel up in the tree, and she was probably quite pregnant. I don't know how many. Didn't look like she'd had her babies yet, but obviously they had made a nest inside the trailer wall. So I'm just like, oh, I feel so bad, but I don't want squirrels having babies in the trailer, and we'll have a real problem then. So there I was. Every time she would come closer down, I would try to spray her with water. It wouldn't hurt her, but she would just like run back up the tree and chattering, just like angry chatter. So I was keeping guard right at the front. I had a chair there, and I was always looking around. And then when she got quiet, I was like, okay, where on earth did you go? So just kind of looking around, trying to see. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw there she was on the ground, sneaking up towards me. So I chased her away again. And I'm like, oh, my husband couldn't get back fast enough, really. So by the time he got back, I had managed to keep her out, which was great. And then he filled that cavity with spray foam. So we were leaving that night. Oh no, I think we stayed that one night. And we never heard anything. It was nice and quiet. So we were leaving, and then we thought, okay, I wonder, if this is going to keep them out. So we had to go back to the city, go to work. But my husband came out one day during the week, and as he drove up to the trailer, he could see there was foam on the ground, bits of foam, and I was like, uh-oh, did they get in? But he got up to the entrance where they were trying to get in, and they had drilled a big hole right up to the chicken wire. And then when they hit that, they kind of went sideways and then tried on the other side, pardon me, and again, weren't able to get through, so they gave up. I was just like, oh, thank goodness. So we didn't have to trap them and move them, which was great. They just found another space to have babies, but their nest was probably in there, so they had to go and make another nest. But I was just thinking about this morning, how I've been talking about limiting beliefs and how you make up your mind, you lock it in place, you start taking action, you don't worry about how things are going to happen. But when the mind is still conditioned to that old belief, it keeps coming back. It's almost like that squirrel, very territorial. It's like, no, I'm used to doing things this way, and I'm not going to be swayed. So we just have to be persistent. We just have to ensure that we're guarding our mind. Just like I was guarding the trailer, you're guarding your mind and saying, no, like I need to make this change, and I'm going to keep working at it and keep working at it, and eventually the changes will happen. So when I'm changing these limiting beliefs, I have to remind myself that I need to be persistent. Even when, sabotaging thoughts and things will happen that come back in, and you might start to think, oh yeah, this is the same old, I'm used to this. But no, stop in my tracks and go, no, I need to be persistent, keep going forward, keep making changes, and things are going to continue to get better. So that mind is so persistent at wanting to stay the same, because it's that pattern that's been in there for years and years and years. So when I'm changing that pattern, I'm just going to be, aware of what's going on and keep moving forward step by step, and not worrying about having a big, huge plan, just taking things day by day by day. And that's all I can do. So today I am sending my love and light to everyone, and get out there and discover your naturesque, and remember that the naturesque is inside of you. It's that spark, that knowing. Just when I saw that beautiful sunset when I was a child, knowing that I am deeply loved and that I matter to the universe, to God, to a greater power that's available and part of all of us. And together we can make these changes, and we can work together. And I'd love to be connected with some of you if you have any thoughts or things that come to mind about what you're trying to change. Maybe it's you're trying to find a purpose, or maybe you want a healthier life. You're looking for a different job. Maybe you're looking for that partner that is not there right now. All these things that we want to change. For me, I want to also think about retirement and what I want to be doing during my retirement, and being happy. Even sometimes all I want is happiness and peace and love and joy, and I can find that every single day if I look for it. So I'm sending my love and light to you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.